Hello, this is Dr. J back with some more Let's Play Advance Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp Blind. Had a little bit of a scare when I started setting up my recording this time, where my Nintendo Switch just wasn't outputting anything. I was afraid it had truly died this time and I was going to have to replace it, but I just power cycled my Switch and my capture card, and now things seem to be working okay. So, I think we're good to go. I'm not going to have to drop a bunch of money on a new Switch, which is great. Alright, so last time we completed the Not Japan, or Nippon Naku campaign. Actually, it's called Gold Comet, as you all know, but I just like being silly. And now we're onward to Green Earth. Oh, hi Jolene. My cat decides to join me immediately. Did your LP radar go off? I was editing an earlier video and realized the microphone was picking up her purring, which was pretty hilarious. Alright, anyway, Mission 25 Sea Fortress, in which we will be playing as Eagle against Hawk, who seems like by far the coolest member of Team Evil, which is mostly like a bunch of psycho clowns or something. A mysterious fortress has emerged in the sea. The Green Earth Air Force is assembled to crush it. Let's go. Weren't you threatening Adder with, like, implied horrible punishment for his failure last time? What's he still doing around? More mini cannons, huh?
Commander.
How predictable. Deploy our troops immediately.
Yes, sir.
She's purring up a storm again. Wow, I really have nothing but an Air Force. That's Eagle for you, I guess.
Oh no!
Sir.
Commander!
Come on, sir.
Okay. Interesting. What a setup. We do indeed have 8 mini cannons to contend with, but they have some blind spots. What's our objective here? Okay, destroy the 8 mini cannons. Here we've got some attack copters, which are completely non-threatening to our planes. And fighters. Those we'll have to deal with, using our own fighters. Definitely blind spots here and here, so I think we're going to want to go for those. Go forth, my fighters. Interesting map, too. It's incredibly wide, but also very narrow vertically. Oops. I don't think I meant to give him first strike. I didn't... My bad. I should have checked. I didn't think we could quite get into their range on the first turn. Alright. That's a bad mistake. Let's start over. Let's not give them first strike. Yeah, this is an interesting mission setup for sure. Okay, so these two spaces here are threatened. But this one should be safe, correct? No, I remembered incorrectly. I wish there was a button to see what all the spaces on the map that are threatened are. Okay. We're off to a terrific start again. Okay. This is safe. I just checked it. And we can stop here. It's silly, but this is a major part of basically any grid-based, turn-based strategy game, is knowing your opponent's ranges and not stepping inside them needlessly. It's actually one of the most fundamental strategies. Okay. We certainly seem to have some overwhelming numbers here. Good grief. Takes a while to move a force this big. Bear with me. All right. Wow, how am I over 6 minutes in already? We've hardly done anything. Oh wow, this is a cool theme. Oh, are his fighters gonna hang back? Nope. For a second I was gonna say, ooh, Hawk is smart. Never mind. He gets a really cool theme though, I have to say. Hawk definitely seems like the coolest member of our Team Evil for this sequel. Also, I forgot to check his CO profile. The appointed leader of Black Hole's COs, he has a Machiavellian streak and will stop at nothing to achieve his goals. All of his units gain +10 to firepower. That's such a generic ability. Likes black coffee, dislikes incompetence. Ugh, black coffee. Disgusting. Power, Black Wave. All enemy units suffer 1 hit point of damage, and Hawk's units recover a hit point and gain +10 defense. Well, that's interesting. Oh, it takes a long time to build up. Oh, excuse me. Oh, what the heck? Suddenly my throat got really scratchy. Drink of water. Oh, that was weird. Superpower, Black Storm. His units recover +2 hit points and gain +10 to defense, and enemy units suffer -2 hit points. That seems very strong, but it looks like it takes forever to build up. Anyway, he foolishly came right into range, so... Itadakimasu. Oh wait, I'm not in Nippon Naku anymore. We're out of Weebland. Whoa, wait, what? Oh, no, that was right. That was correct. Looks like Hawk has very stoic expressions. Doesn't show a lot of emotion in the heat of battle. I can respect that. Oh, we've already charged our CO power. That's right, I forgot to see if Eagle's powers have changed. So it looks like it's still the case that he's really good in the air and bad at sea. And Lightning... Oh! Lightning Drive doesn't give him a second turn anymore. He just straight up doesn't have that power anymore. I wonder if the developers realize that that's just super OP. Alright, and Lightning Strike is... Oh, never mind, he does still have it. It's his Super CO power. Okay, gotcha. It takes forever to charge up, as it should. I think maybe I'll try to charge up the full version. Okay, so I was wrong. He does still have it. It's just his Super now. Well, we have soundly defeated the first wave here. Pretty overwhelming devastation. And yeah, the big blind spot. Oh, never mind. Hold up. Was I wrong? There's not a big blind spot. This is safe. This isn't. There's like one safe space. North and south of each of these guns. One tiny little... Never mind. It's not safe because it's guarded by cruisers. That's actually an absolute defense. There is not a single safe tile to move onto. Fascinating. A powerful defense indeed. Alright, it's going to take more thought then as to how we're going to assault that fortress. My initial assessment that there were blind spots was inaccurate. Well, I guess we're just going to have to take casualties. That's war. Oh yeah? We'll see about that, Hawk. Oh, if he's going to bring the cruisers to me, then there will be a tiny blind spot after all. Well, well. And... what do you know? There's a little blind spot for me to get in. So these three spaces, I think. Maybe that one? No, not that one. These three. I can get in there to attack his fighters. Also, I need to get this out of the way. Let's just confirm that. Yeah. These three right here. Okay, let's do it. Sorry, I'm just feeling paranoid. Yep, these three here. Okay, let's do it. Okay, next shot should finish it. Oh, let's not get into... Never mind. That was the only safe spot after all because of his cruisers. Oops. Right, because they're coming out to play too. Hang on. Hang on. I'm playing this careful. I think I can do this almost perfectly if I'm careful enough. Of course, I also have limited fuel, so it's not like I can take forever. Maybe we should just let them come to us then. Wow, their movement range. 9. So it can get out to there if my units move out of the way. Maybe I should pull back, let it come to us, and then shoot him down. Do I have the fuel for that? I might not. Maybe I need to just stop being a wuss and get in there. Maybe so, maybe so. No, you know what? No, let's try and do this the cautious way. Okay, so I had a little bit of derping. I'm trying to just pull just barely out of these guys' range. I just had a derpy moment where I was taking into account that they have a move range of 9, but not that they have a threat range of 1 beyond that, and it caused me to repeatedly pull back one space not enough, and confused as to why I was still in range. But I'm just going to cut all that out, because just watching me repeatedly fiddle around with trying to be precise with where to move would not be interesting. It's going to be funny if I do all this and then just run out of fuel, so it turns out to not actually be a viable strategy anyway. That should be just outside of range. In fact, with even a little bit of space to spare. Okay, come at me. That's fine. We have to... Oh, I went by so fast I wasn't seeing Hawk's happy face. Oh, he just pulls back anyway. Oh, wow. So that doesn't work. He's smart enough not to fall for that. Unless you put out sacrifices for him to attack. Then he'll fall for it. Then he'll fall for it. You know what? Enough of this fiddly nonsense. Let's try again. I'll just get in there.
Sir?
This would be fine if not for the limited fuel. That kind of puts a conceptual time limit on us.
Oh no!
Let's try this again. With less derpitude. And more aggression. Being so fiddly about it isn't really Hawk's... not Hawk. Eagle's style anyway. Too many bird names. Which means we get to tediously move all this forward again. What are you meowing about, Jolene? You've had breakfast. This time, after we destroy his initial force, we're gonna just get in there. Because he's smart enough not to keep charging us. I shouldn't underestimate this guy. He is apparently Sturm's best subordinate, and he gets cool music. At least it starts out really cool, then it kind of just becomes generic bad guy music. But the first few bars of the song there are really neat. Actually, hold up. Let's move behind and attack them from behind, just so we advance a little more when we do this. Not sure how I ended up leaving one survivor the first time. Must have done some kind of weird maneuvering. Okay, so he should be sending his next fighters out. Seriously, that first part of his theme is so good. Too bad we didn't get to hear much of it that time. He's not sending his fighters forward this time. That's surprising. Wonder what I did differently. And he changed his mind about what to do. I guess I am going to advance in a slightly finicky way this time, again after all. I wonder if I should offer up some choppers as sacrifices, although it seems like he's just going to send these forward regardless. Because they just kind of started coming forward of their own volition. What's their fuel expenditure again? I think they expend some every turn, but only a little bit. So it's not the end of the world if I advance somewhat cautiously. I should have enough fuel to remain aloft for a little bit. Alright. I know I'm being very dainty about this. Very cat-toed. But the mission is specifically designed so that I'm supposed to maneuver very carefully. That much is clear. Meow! What's all that about, girl? I've always thought it's kind of weird and funny and adorable how humans just seem to have this instinctual desire to mimic animal sounds when they hear them. And I'm no different from anybody else that way. Oh, let's double check that. Okay, so that's not safe, but these two spaces are. Sometimes she gets very interested in my hydroponic garden. I have it all covered up so that she can't just get in it and start eating the plants. Because a cat would do that. No, don't jump onto that shelf. Cats. And that's the part where Hawk's theme seems to become... Oh! I didn't take that into account. Oops. And that's the part where Hawk's theme seems to become a little less interesting, because then it just sounds like a generic bad guy theme from that part forward. But man, that opening kind of low-key electronica part, very cool sounding. Alright, now it begins. Time to mix it up. Alright, we gotta do this carefully. Alright, so there's a nice double safe space here. Okay, fine. You want to jump on top of the hydroponic garden? That's fine. Go for it. Okay. Oh. Never mind. It's a single safe space. Yeah, right north and south of each of these cannons. Okay. I can't actually reach either of those right now anyway. So that doesn't help me too much at the moment. I guess for now I should focus on defeating the threats in front of me. I guess this band here has kind of a safe zone. Well, let's start with the obvious. Get the fighters in there and start shooting down his fighters. There, okay. And I think that I didn't put them in harm's way of any of the cannons. Okay. Yep, alright. Good. Step 2. There's another fighter here that needs to be dealt with. I might have to put a fighter in harm's way to finish it, so be it. The only thing I have that can target his fighters is my fighters, so nothing for it there. Now, I can get a chopper here, which is in a safe zone, and do a little damage to this. Not much, but a little. It's a start. Okay. Now, I have to do something about both these cannons and the cruisers. And there's not a lot I can do about these cannons now that won't also put me in range of these cannons. But that is what it is. We gotta do some damage here. Okay, never. Good. That wasn't too hard. Okay, excellent. Now, next thing to do is take out the cruisers. I think we have plenty of firepower to do that. Not only do I have plenty of firepower to do that, but we can maneuver pretty freely over here. Now that we've taken out the first line of mini cannons. Beautiful. Good job. That's what I like to see. One shot, one kill. Oh wow. I could even activate his power if I want to. The incredible double move power. This would be my first time getting to use it for myself instead of having to fight against it. But I might not use it yet. I think next turn might be the right time. Alright, let's start moving in the choppers. If he targets a chopper instead of a bomber, that's actually good. So I will happily put them in the line of fire, where I have bombers in the line of fire. Like so. He'll probably target the bombers anyway if he has half a brain, but, you know, give him other targets to think about. Really feels kind of like I'm playing chess here. I mean, that's always true to some extent, but especially here, where it's just all positioning all the time. It's like where to go to capture his units, i.e. destroy them, while minimizing the capture or destruction of my own. And in this case, I've got 8 kings I have to checkmate. Well, 2 down. Yeah, I'm going to save my power. I don't think this is quite the right time to use it yet. Next turn, probably. Oh, we are about to take some heavy damage, though. Okay, and he did the smart thing and targeted the bombers. Here it comes. No! Why didn't he use his power? That's pretty surprising. I thought I was about to take 2 damage to all my stuff. Interesting. Well, I'm glad he didn't. I think that was a mistake on his part. Alright, so I'm going to attack, use my power, attack again. It's going to be glorious. Let's knock these out first, I think. So, Green Earth, the sort of European country, is the one that has the nice European villages. Definitely my favorite of the cities. Very pretty. The others all just look like variations of generic, well, not generic, but variations of fairly standard urban environments. Yeah, let's use a chopper to finish them after weakening them with the bombers. Alright, I'm going to want to take care of these as well, of course, and bombers are much better suited for that than choppers. Didn't quite finish it. think when they're down to 2 hit points or so, the choppers can finish the job. So they will. How you feeling now, Hawk? Starting to feel a little nervous, buddy? Now. Good. Can get in there. Do some serious damage. Move the choppers in closer. Somehow ended up with more firepower to the south than the north, a little bit. Get the fighters in too, of course. Actually, right here. Alright, and another chopper here. Okay, and now, haha, my first time getting to use this myself.
The eagle soars above you. Lightning strike.
Eagle versus Hawk. Oh man, this is so good. Now let's remember that for our second attack, our units are weaker this time. So we shouldn't expect incredible results. Oh wow, we still one-shot his choppers with our fighters even then. Wait a minute. It actually doesn't say anything with this version about his units being weaker on the second attack. Is it exactly the opposite of what I thought? Did they actually buff the power instead of nerfing it? Because if I get to strike twice at full power, that's even more nuts than striking twice with nerfed units on the second attack. As if Eagle wasn't already way too good. This is unbelievable. Wow. The guitar understands how overpowered this is. It's going nuts. These are really hurt. I think the choppers can finish them. Yep. Which means the bombers are free to attack other targets. Cat just jumping around on the furniture. She's still very young and strong and healthy, so she can basically levitate. Her vertical jump capabilities are incredible. Okay, so we didn't quite get around to attacking those. They'll be able to shoot down a plane or two, but I think we've clearly won. I can toss fighters out here to be extra targets, because they're out of things to fight. Alright. Yep, we have won. We'll take a casualty or two on the next turn, but Where is this cockiness coming from? Should have used your superpower earlier, dude.
Black Storm.
Alright, I'm gonna lose this bomber, but that's okay. Alright. It's over.
Commander.
Haha, how's it feel, Hawk? Where's that confidence now?
One, sir. Huzzah!
Huzzah!
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
We didn't even take too many casualties, really.
Victory is my destiny.
Perfect score. I liked that mission. It was fiddly, you could say, because it was all about very precise positioning. But it was fun. Another really puzzly pre-deployed mission, and it was one that was pretty pleasurable to play. And oh my goodness, getting to use Eagle's double move power, it still feels really OP, but I love having it on my side instead of having to fight against it. Also, Hawk is pretty cool. Definitely my favorite of the bad guys so far, I think. The first of many victories to come. That's going to do it for this one. Next up is going to be Mission 26, Drake's Dilemma. Hopefully you'll join me for that, and I will see you then.